Not far from the Iranian city of Gonbad, you can see unusually round embankments with holes in the middle, which can be seen more clearly from the air. It is nothing more than a part of the ancient water supply system. The age of this grandiose structure is almost 3,000 years old. Persians and the ancient builders apparently had excellent knowledge of hydrology, biology and physics. They designed a system of wells connected by underground channels, which were located on a slope. The Kijja system had wall ventilation shafts to compensate for the moisture, a bucket, an underground water pipe, a well and a canal were built manually and required significant labor cost for the builders of the underground tunnels without any complex measuring equipment. In order not to dig dozens of wells, they were connected by underground tunnels reinforced with wood and masonry. Allegedly, the chief master had up to 5 assistants under his direction in the construction of the wells and the underground tunnel. Using the simplest tools, the master determined the depth of the well with the help of a simple rope. The diameter of the wells did not exceed 1 meter. The height of the gallery was usually 1.5 meters and the width reached 80 centimeters. If there was a lack of air, a forge was cut and the gallery with help read air. The distance between the wells was about 20 to 30 meters, and it is believed that some wells were built from the bottom up, which was not an easy and dangerous proposition. It took many years to build, but then, with proper care and inspection, tens of acres of land could be supplied with water from underground springs for centuries. Cities that had to be irrigated during the dry season, an innovative technical solution for dry terrain. One of these structures, which was built more than 2,500 years ago, the length of this hydrotechnical structure is 33 kilometers. It contains 427 water wells and is a system of 11 irrigation systems. The system is one of the first in the world. They are the deepest wells in the world with drains without the involvement of mechanisms, and the system still fulfills its functions and demands, and even so far this system serves about 40,000 people. As hydrologists say, it is a unique method of abstraction and other systems, that these structures bring water from great depths with complex chains of underground galleries and vertical observation wells for water to the surface of the earth using traditional energy sources. This hydraulic system works without any technology and can supply the population of the next region with the purest water and give the opportunity to farm in a semi-empty environment. Of course, it required considerable labor costs, but it was worth it, and this is confirmed by many similar structures that exist in Armenia, Azerbaijan and also in Afghanistan and still function as they did hundreds of years ago. Meris is a city in Peru that is 40 kilometers north of the Valley of the Incas. The city is known for its salty evaporation products, which were used in modern Inca works to evaporate salt. The drizzle was created by evaporation of salt water from a local underground river, then channeled into a complex system of tiny canals built so that the water gradually flows into several hundred old terraced ponds. After each of them is filled with water, the channel clogs and the mineral solution gradually evaporates under the scorching rays of the sun and wind, leaving salt crystals in the salt root. But not everything is as simple as it seems at first glance. There are subtleties. For example, the depth of the salty terrace should not exceed 30 centimeters. Reservoirs in the form of polygons aligned with stones and the access of water to them is carefully controlled by farmers, and the color of the salt depends on your skill, which can be from white to brown. The entire production cycle lasts almost a month during this time, and a 10 centimeter thick layer of the finished product forms at the bottom of each bath. They must be carefully collected within 2 to 3 days. Normally up to 150 kilograms of salt are collected from a basin. In addition, the product is divided into salts. The most valuable white salt is attained from the upper layers. In the lower layers there is salt of the lowest quality. That is, depending on the frequency of the product and according to its quality, the color of the salt varies from bluish-white sowing. The day of salt extraction in Selina's home is exactly the same as it was a few hundred years ago. The purchase was divided between local families and passed down from generation to generation. Each of the families processes several reservoirs. This work is one of the most harmful and is associated with saturation of vapors. People are in direct contact with salt today as the main supplier of priceless natural minerals for the entire South American continent. Part of the salt is used by 10 to 20% of the houses mined in Salina as part of the Peruvian market. The rest of the products are exported to other countries. These caves, from La Naval, are located 30 kilometers from the town of La Naval. They are located in front of a steep slope and are completely hidden by dense forest. The entire external and internal appearance was supposedly created by a primitive tool of scratching stone. It is believed that the cave temples, the total number of which is 16 pieces, allegedly originated around 2,100 years ago or somewhere in the 1st century BC. CHR. The caves are officially considered Buddhist temples. If you look at the buildings, you get the impression that they were built long before the people, who in turn simply took this place and partly brought the pictures with them. The Buddhist architecture of the cave. Many sculptures from above which are excellent examples of ancient Buddhist architecture. An earthquake at the beginning of the last century severely damaged the exterior, and the interior of the cave rooms looks just amazing. And the unusual view of the main entrance is also surprising. All rooms in the caves have smooth and machined walls. There are many figures and pictures. It gives the impression that in general this does not lag in absolutely empty rooms with areas carved wall patterns. The appearance of this incredible structure leaves no doubt about knowledge and high technology, the unknown civilization that created all these caves. It looks really impressive, and few know them well. Who and why he actually created them is difficult to answer.
What's going on? This is Cotton. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because subscribing makes you feel good.